As an airline, Emirates has a stellar reputation among passengers for providing a high-quality in-flight service. With its hub located at Dubai International Airport in the United Arab Emirates, the airline and its massive fleet of wide-body aircraft connect people from around the world with just a single transfer. In today's video, let's take a look at which aircraft the airline currently operates and what else we can expect in the near future. At an overview level, Emirates' mainline passenger fleet consists of two types of aircraft, the Boeing 777 and the Airbus A380. The Boeing 777 is then divided into two variants. Each variant, their respective quantities and average ages are as follows. 119 Airbus A380-800s with an average of just over 8 years, 124 Boeing 777-300ERs averaging nearly 10 years of age, and 10 Boeing 777-200LRs which have an average of just over 14.5 years. Outside of the mainline commercial passenger fleet, it's worth noting that Emirates has a single Airbus A319-100 available for private charter flights. Meanwhile, the Emirates Group Sky Cargo division operates 11 Boeing 777 freighters. This relatively simple passenger fleet shows the large scale at which Emirates operates. Not only do the airline's various high-capacity aircraft provide room for many economy-class passengers, but there is also ample room for premium cabins and suites, allowing the airline to generate more revenue per square foot of cabin space. Looking at all the destinations served by Emirates, the thought of filling its large aircraft on a daily or near-daily basis might seem daunting. However, it's worth noting that the airline has a little help from some smaller jets operated by Fly Dubai. Indeed, Fly Dubai and its fleet of Boeing 737s operate codeshare services with Emirates, allowing passengers to reach more destinations. The Boeing 737s operating with Fly Dubai can access less popular cities, but will still allow customers flying with Emirates the ability to get to more places around the world. In a 2020 statement on the partnership between the two airlines, Belgrade, Bucharest, Sofia and Zanzibar were among the Fly Dubai destinations listed as being favourites of Emirates passengers. The thought of more destinations and greater connectivity for Emirates passengers sounds great. However, we can imagine that passengers would experience a huge and perhaps jarring contrast in terms of in-flight experiences between the two airlines. Emirates offers some of the best in-flight services across all cabin classes, while Fly Dubai is designated as a low-cost carrier, albeit with a business-class cabin. For the first time in a long time, Emirates will have an extended period where no new passenger aircraft will be added to its fleet. In fact, Emirates' youngest passenger aircraft is an A380 delivered in December 2021, the last to ever be built. That's because the carrier only took delivery of 2 aircraft in 2022, but these are both 777 freighters. Indeed, the airline revealed that it doesn't expect any new jets to arrive until at least 2024. The lack of new passenger aircraft can be largely attributed to delays surrounding Boeing's 777X program, but also delivery issues regarding the 787 as well as the A350. On the 777X, some quick research reveals numerous articles and reports over the years discussing Emirates' disappointment on missed deadlines and unmet expectations. The carrier was originally expecting to have its first Boeing 777X flying passengers in 2020, but this entry into service date has been continually delayed. Emirates now expects to fly the 777X from 2025. However, we'll have to wait and see if this latest estimate holds true. While the airline isn't expecting any new airframes anytime soon, it will at least be keeping busy with the retrofit of its cabins. Indeed, Emirates' mass retrofitting program officially began on November 1, 2022, with its first Airbus A380 Premium Economy refit taking place at the Emirates Engineering Centre in Dubai. Prior to this, only brand new A380s delivered from Airbus had the new cabin on board. The ambitious refit program, the largest of its kind in modern commercial aviation, will see 120 aircraft in the Emirates fleet undergo a cabin revamp at a rate of around 4 planes per month. all 67 A380s designated for refurbishment should be back in service by May 23, 2024. By then, the carrier will start retrofitting 53 of its Boeing 777s, with a target completion date of March 2025. Even if Emirates isn't expecting any new aircraft over the year, let's look at which jets will be part of its future fleet. In short, Emirates has the following passenger aircraft on order: 115 Boeing 777Xs, 50 Airbus A350-900s, and 30 Boeing 787-9 Dreamliners. As mentioned earlier, Emirates' lack of new aircraft was mostly due to Boeing and its certification and production issues. Regarding the Boeing 787, the delivery of the Dreamliners was delayed by at least 1 year to 2024. Prior to the delay, the airline was due to receive the first of its 30 Boeing 787-9s in 2023. Due to Boeing's production and delivery issues for much of 2022, there were fears that deliveries could have been pushed back further. Commenting on the issue back in May, Emirates Chief Operating Officer Adel Al-Reda did not seem overly optimistic, stating, "Now we know for sure that's not going to happen in 2023. It may not even happen in 2024. Thankfully for all parties involved, 787 deliveries resumed in August, and Boeing has been working hard to clear its backlog. When it comes to the Airbus A350s, The National reported in June 2022 that Emirates was aiming to accept 2 A350s per month beginning in the summer of 2024. However, the airline's president, Sir Tim Clark, said that discussions were taking place to take A350s earlier due to 777X delays. At the International Air Transport Association's annual general meeting, Clark said, "We're talking to Airbus about compressing the delivery scale, so we'll probably get up to 2 a month. We've got 50 coming, so we're trying to get the whole lot done in 2 years to pick up this big capacity." Interestingly, production issues haven't escaped Airbus either. Indeed, delivery of A350s was supposed to start in May 2023. However, Clark blamed A350 delivery delays on supply chain issues with the seats, galleys and TVs. The Emirates president has also expressed concern over the ongoing surface degradation issues, most closely associated with Qatar Airways and its fleet of A350s. According to a Reuters report last February, Clark said the following to industry publication Airline Ratings. "We made it absolutely clear in Toulouse now that if we have the same problem on one of our aircraft, we won't take them over. Our engineers looked at these A350s and said they're not in a good shape. So we said to Toulouse, by the delivery of the A350, you will have cracked this problem. Otherwise, you'll face us with no deliveries either." With all of this in mind, the timeline of Emirates' future fleet seems to lack certainty in some respects. However, with 787 deliveries now back on track, hopefully the airline can at least rely on Dreamliners arriving in 2024, if nothing else. On the cargo side, Emirates placed a firm order for 5 new Boeing 777 freighters in November last year and is expecting 2 of the jets to arrive in 2024 and the remaining 3 in 2025. To wrap things up, we can mention a few notable incidents involving Emirates aircraft over the past year. 2022 wasn't off to a great start when on January 9th, one of the carrier's 777s had to reject takeoff due to a crossing aircraft. 2 independent sources had noted that this aircraft had not been granted proper ATC clearance before initiating takeoff roll. On the issue, Emirates told Simple Flying that flight EK524 was instructed by air traffic control to reject takeoff on departure from Dubai, adding that there was no aircraft damage nor were there any injuries. That same month, a 777 registered Alpha 6 Echo Quebec Delta encountered flight control issues flying from Dubai to San Francisco. The jet diverted to St. Petersburg, Russia, citing problems controlling the aircraft. The following month, on February 7th, the exact same aircraft flying from Dubai to Chicago O'Hare received a flight control caution message stating that the aircraft's left-hand elevator had been locked out. The crew diverted to the Canadian city of Winnipeg, Manitoba, after performing all relevant checklists. Unfortunately, Emirates' Airbus A380s had their share of issues as well. In July, one of the airline's super jumbos landed at Brisbane International Airport with a huge hole in its fairing. Emirates told us that one of the aircraft's 22 tyres ruptured during cruise, causing damage to a small portion of the aerodynamic fairing, an outer panel of the skin of the aircraft. Much more recently, on December 19th, an A380 had an emergency slide open and inflate while the aircraft was parked at a gate at Manchester Airport. This resulted in the flight from Manchester to Dubai to be cancelled. Despite these various incidents, Emirates announced in late December that it completed its IATA operational safety audit with no findings, a result akin to a perfect score in its view. The carrier stated that the achievement was rare given how complex airline operations can be, especially in the post-COVID expansion of operations. So that's the overall state of the Emirates fleet in 2023, as well as a look at its future aircraft in the years to come and notable incidents in 2022. Are you looking forward to the airline's new types arriving in 2024 and beyond? Let us know by leaving a comment. Simple Flying publishes over 150 articles every week. If you're looking for the latest aviation news and insights, visit simpleflying.com.